Good morning all. Last days we have learned about the algebraic structures, rings, fields and integral domain, and we have shown many theorems. Every field is an integral domain, every finite integral domain is a field. Today we have to construct a field from an integral domain as a quotient. So let's move to the quotients. So the quotient is the field of quotients of an integral domain. So we have learned about zero divisor. If A and B are two non-zero elements of a ring such that AB equal to 0, then A and B are divisors of 0. An integral domain D is a commutative ring with unity 1 not equal to 0 and containing no divisors of 0. That's the definition of integral domain. And a field. A ring R with at least two elements is called a field if the non-zero elements of R form an abelian group under multiplication. Now, the construction of field of quotients. So, every integral domain can be regarded as being contained in a field. For that, we have 4 steps. First 2 steps are demonstrating today. Let D be the integral domain we desire to enlarge to a field F. The construction involves the following steps. First step, in the step 1 we are defining F, definition of F. So we have the sets S, let S be the subset of D cross D given by the elements of S is equal to coordinate pair AB, where A comma B element of D and B not equal to 0. Now we define a relation that equivalent between elements of the set S as follows. Two elements AB and CD are in S are equivalent, denoted by AB equivalent CD if and only if AD equal to BC. If we consider AB as A by B and CD as C by D, A by B equal to C by D, then the cross multiplication AD equal to BC. We could, for memorize, we can use that thing. So the relation is AB equivalent to CD if and only if AD equal to BC. Now we have to show that this is an equivalent relation. First we have to show that this is reflexive and symmetric. Since multiplication is commutative in D, AB equal to BA and so AB equivalent to AB itself. Therefore, the relation is reflexive. Now, AB equivalent to CD implies and implied by AD equal to BC, which implies and implied by BC equal to AD, which implies and implied by CB equal to DA. Since multiplication is commutative in D, which implies and implied by CD equivalent to AB. Hence, the relation is symmetric. If AB equivalent to CD, CD equivalent to AB. Now, we have to show that it is transitive. For that, since multiplication is associative and commutative in D, we have AB equivalent to CD and CD equivalent to RS implies AD equal to BC and CS equal to DR. Now consider ASD, which is equal to, we have first 2 pair, we can change. ASD is same as SAD, which is equal to AD equal to BC. So SBC, which is equal to, we can write it is as BCS, which is equal to BDR, which is equal to BRD. So ASD implies, we can take the first and last terms. So ASD equal to BRD. So since D is an integral domain, it has no zero divisors and so cancellation law holding D. Also CD element of D implies D not equal to 0. Therefore, AB equivalent to CD and CD equivalent to RS implies ASD equal to BRD, which implies we can cancel D, which implies AS equal to BR. Hence, AB equivalent to RS. Hence, the relation is transitive. Thus, we have the relation is reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and so is an equivalence relation. So we have we define a relation. So and we know that the equivalence relation on a set partitions the set into equivalence classes. So we have an equivalence relation here. So it gives a partition of S into equivalence classes. We can define the equivalence classes by closed interval open AB. The elements of AB denote the elements of D cross D, S, denote the equivalence classes of AB under the relation equivalent. In other words, closed interval open AB denote the set of those elements in S which are equivalent to open interval AB. We now define F to be the set of all equivalent classes closed interval AB for A, B element of S. So we have defined the F. Now in the second step we are defined the operations, the addition and multiplications in F. So from the lemma definition is for closed in AB and CD in F, the equations closed interval AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC BD. So we can take A by B plus C by D in that form. Then the LCM is BD, and when we cross multiply, so that the second coordinate y coordinate term is BD, and the numerator term A by B plus C by D, we will have the cross AD plus BC, the multiply the other denominator plus numerator into the other denominator plus the next numerator into the other denominator, that is AD plus BC, and the multiplication as ABCD is equal to AC into ACBD. Give well-defined operations of additions and multiplication on F. Now for the proof, since AB and CD are elements of F, AB and CD are elements in S itself, and hence B not equal to 0 and D not equal to 0. Because D is an integral domain, D has no zero divisors, and hence B not equal to 0 and D not equal to 0 implies BD not equal to 0. So both these elements AD plus BC BD and AC BD are elements of S. So AD plus BC BD and AC BD are elements of F. Now we have to, it remains for us to show that these operations of addition and multiplication are well defined. That is, they are defined by means of representatives in S of elements of S, F. So we must show that if different representatives in S are chosen, the same element of F will result. Let A1 be one element of closed interval AB and C1 D1 element of closed interval CD. Now A1 B1 element of closed interval AB implies A1 B1 is equivalent to AB, which implies A1B is equal to B1A, and C1 D1 belongs to CD implies C1 D1 is equivalent to CD, which implies C1D is equal to D1C. To get a common denominator for the 4 points A1, B1, AB, C1, D1 and CD, we multiply the equation A1B equal to B1A by D1D and the equation C1D equal to D1C by B1B. Adding the resulting equations, we obtain the following equations in D. If we multiply here, we are multiplying with D1D. So A1B D1T plus here we are multiplying B1B, C1D B1B, which is equal to the right side B1A into D1T plus D1C into B1B. So using various axioms of integral domain in D, from the above equation we can take out the common term BD from the left side. So this is A1 D1 plus C1 B1 into BD, which is equal to B1 D1 plus AD plus BC into AD plus BC, which implies we can now this can be written in the equivalent form. A1 D1 plus C1 B1 comma B1 D1 is equivalent to AD plus BC BD. Therefore A1 D1 plus C1 B1 comma B1 D1 is element of AD plus BC BD, which is equal to AD plus BC, that we have defined this addition formula. Hence addition in F is well defined. For multiplication in F, on multiplying the equation A1B equal to B1A and C1D equal to D1C, this multiply left side A1B C1D is equal to B1A D1C, which implies A1 C1 comma B1 D1 is equivalent to AC BD. That means A1 C1 B1 D1 is an element of AC BD, which implies AD into BC. Hence multiplication in F is well defined.